Hey guys, this is Coach Jeff with Focus Kickboxing Systems. Today we're going to talk about our stance, okay? So we're going to do a stance for kickboxing slash MMA. So I have a little guide down here on the floor. It's just a couple of karate belts that I kind of sliced up. And what I got is I got 4 sections right here. And if I'm going to stand in the back 2 squares. Now listen, if I'm a right-hander, I'm an orthodox fighter, what I want to do is get my feet catty corner from each other in these squares, just like this. So what that means is I'll have my right leg back, my right hand back, because this is my power hand. If I was a southpaw, I would switch, and I would have my stance just like this, okay? And the idea of these lines is when we're sparring and fighting and training, we never want my front foot to cross over this line right to here, okay? And I never want my back foot to cross over that line. I always want to keep my stance, my feet, catty corner to each other, and I never want to be walking the line, okay? Because punching and kicking, I don't want, if I'm switched here, I don't want this leg in the way of that one when I try to kick, and then also when I punch, okay? So this is a really good way, just to give you guys a visualization. So here I'm an orthodox fighter, so I'm going to step back with my right foot. And from here, I got my lead leg straight, my front knee is bent. And then from here, what I'm going to also do is take my back heel and I'm going to lift it up, almost like I'm going to run a race. And when you lift your back heel up, don't bring this hip up with it. Here, just lift the back heel up and bend that knee right there. So now from here, my stance, my feet to my knees to my hips are feeling really solid. Now from here, I'm going to keep my shoulders over my hips. And then here, I'm going to rise my shoulders up and bring my chin down. Now, what we're going to do with our hands, so I'm going to curl my fingers down, I'm going to wrap my thumbs around, and I want my thumbs so tight on the first 2 fingers that it literally locks my fingers in so I can't straighten them. So I curl my fingers down, wrap my thumbs around, and then from here, as a beginner fighter, what I would like you to do is just take your thumbs and put them on your cheekbones, just like this. Okay, so from here, we're just standing strong in our stance. If you're an orthodox fighter, if I was a southpaw, I would switch. Got my back heel up, my knees bent, hips are square, curl my fingers down, wrap my thumbs around, and then from here, shoulders are up, and hands on the cheeks, just like this. And this is just a solid fundamental stance. I don't want you moving your hands around anything, not yet. Just nice and tight, okay? Straight here from the side. Here's the side orthodox stance. Heel is up, and I'm ready to go. And with this back foot being ready to go, I'm like a runner. I can push off, and I can move. Here, just like that. And if I was a southpaw, just like this, okay? So this is our stance. This is going to be the most important thing about fighting is our stance. And we have to be able to maintain our stance and move. We have to be able to maintain our stance and strike.